Time. Let's go ahead and get this workout in. Lights out, party's over. It's 1 a.m. I'm going for my third workout. Do I want to go to the gym? Absolutely not. I'd rather, lay in my house and sit in the movie theater and watch movies. But, to be the best, you got to work overtime. To be the best, you got to work overtime.
Hey, Shalom. All praises to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Bashem Rakakwadash. Much mercy and honest to you true believers that's really in the spirit out there, that's not using this truth for ulterior motives or to make a name for himself or to make money, because the Lord did not use this truth to make money or to make a name for himself. The Lord, what he did, none of us wouldn't be able to do that. So to be in a position where you deny the Lord, that is a very bad place. A lot of guys are in. They're in a very bad place. And when you teach this word, if you're teaching this word in a condemned state or in a state to where you don't have any faith, and you're just doing it to be seen and get the praises and the likes and the comment board views, we love to teach brothers. We love to do that. But other men in this thing, they like it for like all the carnal shit. Just like the Lord said, they only came for the loaves. They didn't come for the miracles. Motherfuckers just came to eat and fill their bellies up. That's what they came to do. But other brothers actually love to do the work and put the work in. Like my man say, in order to be the best, you gotta what? Work overtime. And it takes hard work. And that's another thing too. You hear the term, you reap what you sow. Now, a carnal motherfucker, he'll teach this thing deceitfully, not even loving the Lord, not even loving his brother, but he could bring you out all this information. He could bring you out this, he knows this and all this. But deep inside of him, he's thinking like, man, I don't even believe in this, man. Like, fuck this, I'm just doing this for money, or I'm just doing this for clout. Man, nobody, But what they don't understand is, if you reap what you sow, right? So deep in the inside, you don't really give a fuck about the Lord, or you don't care about brothers and none of that, but you got all this information and you can tell guys all this shit. But then deep down, you don't even love the Lord. You was a fucking murderer in your past life. So like, by the term reaping what you sow, guys don't understand that by them not really being into this like that in the inside, the Lord is not going to be into you. He's not into you. It's all a fucking act. It's like it's a game. So therefore, when you do certain things from the heart, that's what you're going to get out of it. You're going to get the heart, and you're going to get the love out of it from the Lord. So if and this thing is all about abounding and continuing to grow. A tree, it wouldn't be a tree unless it continued to grow and thrive. That's what you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be likened unto yourself like a tree. Now, liken your spirit, the thing you can't see. Liken that. Liken your faith. Liken your love and your mercy unto trees that just keep flourishing. And that's the spirit. But guys are carnal. They think they could teach you this word like deceitfully without their heart in it, without actually caring about the flock, and they can be murderers. And they think they actually think that nobody sees them and how they're teaching and what they're doing and this, that, and the third. That's why in these last days, the Lord is using men to tell you fucking fakes out there that your end is going to be destruction. Because a lot of guys, they're going to reap what they sow. So, yeah, they might have told men a lot of info and this and that and this, but then deep down, they really didn't have that faith or that spirit of Yahweh Shai. It was all something to get the pleasure and the likes of the fucking world, because guys are a part of the world. You got two types of men in this truth. Guys that are part of the fucking world and guys that's actually a part of Yahweh Shai. Because there's only a few guys that's actually a part of Yahweh Shai. You have to understand that. So the term when you reap, you're going to reap what you sow. Well, that means that if you didn't really do this truth sincerely and you really didn't have no love for this like that, and you know it, but you just do it because you can bring out all this knowledge or you have the attention. A lot of you fucking guys out there, you really wouldn't do this truth if you didn't have the attention or you didn't have the multitude behind you. And that's why we're such in a corrupted fucking state. We're such in a corrupted state. And that's why the Lord said he gives certain brothers the power to tread upon scorpions. We're actually walking on you fucking guys with the spirit, with the word. And guys know when they come over here, they get the real. They get the all the way real. When you go, because I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I can't listen to guys like 30 seconds. I hit like 30 seconds of guys, man, and I already see what they're about. But we already know what guys about anyway. But, you know, a lot of the times it just gives you fuel to just do a whole lesson just by a little bit what guys are saying, because guys are in the flesh. They're not in the spirit. Why guys are in the flesh? Because they have reaped what they have sown, they sown to the flesh, so they're reaping the flesh. So they sown to get the world, the likes and the views and to be the greatest, right, in this world. So that's what they're reaping right now. They're reaping the world because they've taught like to the world. Like they wasn't like teaching to the elect or teaching in a way how like the Lord taught. The Lord taught to actually get motherfuckers out of there or to eliminate you and just to leave those few that actually belong. That's how the Lord actually taught. He taught, yeah, he might have taught to the multitude, but he'd tell me and say, hey, he'd be like, why'd you speak to them in in parables? And then he say, hey, it ain't for all they ass. So, but guys are teaching for the world, so they're reaping the world. Yahweh Shai, he didn't teach to the world like that. And then amongst his own few amongst them, he told certain things. He took them on the mount. He said this. He said, hey, it's not for them. But guys are of the world. So yeah, man, the brother, you know, sent this. I got up this morning and I was just reading, and the brother sent this scripture because yeah, if you're not sowing righteously, faithfully, and with Yahweh Shai, because you have to do what he did. You have to teach with the love and the strength and the power and the rebuke of the Lord. These camps out there, your leaders and all these guys, they don't have that like that, man. They don't even have the Lord. You know, like I said yesterday, the mark of the beast and this. These guys will do all these videos on prophecies, but where's the faith of Yahweh Shai at? Where's that at? Where's that being taught? Guys are teaching in a way where they having you fear the things to come instead of actually believing the Lord is there. They teach the carnal events and acts more than they actually teach Yahweh Shai. And that's by design. That's by design. And look at and if you really look at it, that's fucked up. If you're teaching events and carnal things all the fucking time, news and prophecy, man, like you really gotta look at that. It's like Yahweh Shai spilled his blood, and all guys can teach is news and prophecy. So it's something wrong here. So like, if the bulk of your shit is carnal events and news and Esau and all that, guess what you're gonna reap? You're gonna reap the carnal shit, bro. You're gonna reap Esau. You're gonna reap all the carnal shit you like to talk about, the mark of the beast and all that shit. But just look on the flip side of that. If you're teaching things of the spirit like Yahweh Shai, faith, mercy, discerning, all those qualities are going to come back to you. And especially if you're teaching this thing sincerely, all that's going to reap back to you. And what's that's going to do? It's going to cause you to grow more in the spirit. You see what I'm saying? It's just like, well, I don't want to put it, if you put it in the carnal sense, if you just say if you worked all day for Esau, you're going to get paid. So it's just like that in the spirit. If you sincerely are teaching this word and you sincerely care about the sheep and the flock and you love the Lord and it's in you, because you could tell there's no passion there with these guys. These guys are newscasters. What's in the news? What's the prophecy? Or what's Esau going to prophecy? That is not the spirit the Lord was in, man. See, these guys let you know that they're not in the spirit of the Lord every fucking day. And as we get closer and closer and closer and closer to the end, they show you every day. Because Yahweh Shai is not the main course with these guys. Yahweh Shai is like the side dish to these guys, bro. And the prophecies and all that shit. Well, let me tell you this. The Lord, he didn't never teach like that. He never taught prophecies all fucking day, bro. He didn't do that because the scriptures say the prophecies ain't going to benefit your ass if you ultimately don't believe. Now, you could teach all these prophecies just like a magic trick. You know, you could pull a rabbit out of a hat, or you could pull birds out of your backside, or out of your pocket, right? You could do some tricks. But at the end of the day, all that shit was just an illusion. You see what I'm saying? So this world feeds off of the bullshit. And if you're a part of the world, you're going to feed off of the bullshit. But when the real comes, you don't want no part of that, because that makes you feel uncomfortable because you've been fake the whole time. So a lot of guys, they really feel uncomfortable because the Spirit of the Lord is something that makes you feel uncomfortable. Guys want to be comfortable here. So if you like the scripture say, if you reap, you're going to reap what you've been sowing. If you've been sowing Esau over Yahweh Shai, you're going to reap carnal things of Esau, bro. If you haven't been reaping the spirit, because guys avoid the gospels, because all you got to do is go in there and just look at what the Lord said, and fuck what guys are talking about. Fuck these guys, what they're talking about. You got to look at what the Lord was saying. The Lord never said nothing about we're approaching the covenant. He never said that out of his mouth. That's these carnal motherfuckers. They're so carnal, they can't even believe by faith that the Lord is in total agreement with his men, because they're not the men. They're not the men who the Lord is in agreement with. They're not the men. It's only a few brothers in this last time, and they're not famous and mainstream. They don't get 1,000 views on a video. That's unreal. That's phony right there. That's phony right there. You mean to tell me all these people that agree with the truth like that? So that's all bullshit. See, a lot of these guys, they're just teaching for entertainment and to be famous, bro. We're not teaching for that. This is for salvation. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're not in that spirit of Yahweh Shai, right, that he was in, just like a lot of guys, they're just teaching because they know a bunch of shit, but they're not in the spirit the Lord was in. All that shit, it don't matter for nothing, bro. Just like these pastors every Sunday when they go to, all that shit don't matter. All that shit don't matter. It's all entertainment. A lot of you guys, you teach for entertainment. The Lord didn't set us to be newscasters like that, bro. And the news, what guys are saying, motherfuckers are saying that shit in the world. But then look at Yahweh Shai. Guys don't really understand Yahweh Shai, because if they did, they will understand that the Lord, when his blood was spilled, that initiated this new agreement and covenant that we're in. So it all goes back to the scripture. Whatever you actually are teaching in your heart, and whatever you're doing, if you really don't mean what you're doing and you're just doing it for clout or just because you're part of a camp and everybody's doing that shit. That's why we tell brothers, get out of these camps. It's you're being like tricked because the heads, they're not judging. They can't really judge like that. They can just tell you information and tell you a bunch of bullshit. The brother did the video yesterday where they wanted to stone the lady, right, because she committed adultery. But Yahweh Shai said, hey, look, whoever without sin, throw the first stone. So what Yahweh Shai is telling you, he was the one without the sin, so he could actually judge their ass. Now, I'm not saying we're without sin, but when you follow Yahweh Shai directly like that, then you're able to judge when you follow Yahweh Shai. You get what I'm saying? So they wasn't following Yahweh Shai. So they weren't able to throw any fucking stones. So these guys that's famous out there that's teaching the word, they're not following the Lord, so they're not judging either. Just like Micah the 3rd chapter, they can't judge. And Jeremiah tells you that men they can't judge either. When you're sitting high, you're really not judging. That's why, like, the true judges, you can't see them like that. You can't really see them like that. Even with Esau, the elites or whatever, they're hidden away, but they're judging. Guys that's out there in the forefront, they're not the true judges. They're fucking decoys. And they're going to get a lot of guys destroyed in these last days. The one most important thing, they fucking deny Yahweh Shai. So if you're reaping and you're teaching this word in a certain way and it's not righteous or sincere, you're through and all your followers are through. That's why we're trying to teach guys to understand that you have to be able to see what a false prophet said, not just by guys talking it. You have to teach guys to see what a false prophet is. And that's what the Lord was teaching. You see, the false prophets is these big ass groups of guys together, which are not even in the spirit. They're not even in the spirit, bro. It's pathetic what guys are doing out there. But 2 Corinthians 9:6, but this I say, which soweth, it says, he which soweth sparingly shall reap sparingly. In which it says, and he which soweth bountifully shall reap also bountifully. Right, so if you taught this word, just look at it too, man. If you taught this word and you really didn't want to teach it like that, you know what I'm saying? You taught certain things and you left other shit out. You're sparingly, and then you do it whenever you feel like it, or you teach this truth when it's like the last fucking thing you got to do. That's how a lot of jakes are. But then you have these guys which are teaching like every day, all the time, but they're teaching deceitfully. So what are they doing? They're sparingly teaching the word. They're not really into it like that. Let's go into this real quick, because what you got to understand is it's two types of guys in this truth. It's ones that's actually of the Lord, and then a lot of guys are not of the Lord, but they're teaching. You have to be able to see that for yourself. And you got to look past the groups. You got to look past that shit, bro. Guys are carnal, man. They're trying to put the truth in one box like it just belongs with one group. Get the hell out of here. If you're in the spirit, you can see that all these groups ain't even in the spirit like that. All these fucking major groups. Fear mongering, what Esau's going to do. Oh, the mark of the beast. Bro, what about Yahweh Shai, bro? That's what the faith is. See, guys tell you without telling you that they're not of the faith. They're not of the faith like that, because if they were, they would have never said no shit like you need new bodies. That really shows you that they need to see it to believe. Now that word sparingly, real quick. Shit.
Strong's G 5340. Phydomenos.
Right, it says stingily. Guys are being stingy, bro. It's like and you know, like, not just in the sense like you don't want to. It says abstemiously, stingily, sparely. Like, guys, like, you have guys, they might teach a lot of shit, but then as they're teaching that shit, they're teaching it in a way where, like, they're holding things back. Like, they're not teaching faith or Yahweh Shai. Now, they might have all this information in the world, so they're not really actually getting to the point. They're just telling you, they're just newscasting you. And then you have certain guys that don't even teach at all, really. You know, they used to teach, but it's like they don't even really teach anything any fucking more. But then you got these guys, they do teach, but then they're not teaching the right shit. And they're not even in the spirit. And look, and if you're not in the spirit, you're not going to be able to read bountifully anyway. That's why this book is not for everybody. This book is not for everybody. Even though everybody has it, that's why you have to be in the spirit where you could see, like, where the spirit is not at. And that's what the Lord taught. Because if you go where the spirit is not at, then you're going to be destroyed. That's why our Lord said, don't let no man deceive you. And that's why we teach what we teach. That's why, you know, I actually love to do this thing, because this is what I've been built for. And this is my only purpose here. You see? To take the talent and the spirit and the things that the Lord gave me and to share them with others so they can actually grow. Ultimately, that'll help wake up the elect and we can get the fuck out of here. Not just about information and shit like that, bro. It's major other ingredients. It's like guys are cooking the cake and they don't put the eggs in there. They're not putting certain things in there to help the cake. They got like the chocolate and they got this and they got that, but then they don't got the things in there that actually is going to help the cake bake. You see? So they're leaving out major ingredients, and the major ingredient is Yahweh Shai. So guys are stingily teaching his word. They're not teaching the word like the Lord did. They could teach videos and shit, right? But in the videos, there's no spirit there. It's just a spirit of the world. It's no Yahweh Shai. It's no faith there. They don't go into the parables like that. You see? And then they deny the covenant. That's a major thing, bro. So after you deny that covenant, then you really, what you're saying ain't nothing, bro. It don't matter what you say, because it's without Yahweh Shai. We're not in the covenant yet. That's what guys say. Well, that's you stupid ass guys out there. So a lot of you guys that's reaping sparingly, leaving the Lord out, you're not even searching this thing out for yourself. That's very foolish. Like the wise and the foolish versions. Yeah, some were wise and some were foolish. A lot of guys in these camps and these big organizations with their leaders, they're all foolish. Because they're not moving like Yahweh Shai. They're not moving like the Lord. They're not rebuking. They're not turning over tables. Guys want to be friends. All these guys are corrupt. And like the brother played that video when the Sakari went down there to Apostle the Heart, they were so happy to see each other doing the fucking secret handshakes with each other and all that shit. Guys are not righteous enough to really stand up against the wicked. And everybody thinks the wicked is just fucking Esau. That's how much losing guys are in. They don't even understand the scriptures to really go in there and be like, damn, our people work with the Grecians. Our people gave the Lord up. But then guys just talk about Esau like he's the only wicked man. See, guys are in a fucked up mind state in these last days, bro. Which the leaders that's you guys are following, they love it, bro. They love it. They love it. They love it. That's why they're going to be destroyed for what they have done. They're not really opening the eyes of guys like that. They're sparingly teaching his word too, because they're not really opening your eyes up fully Yeah, they're giving you some information. You see? 2 Corinthians 9:6, he that soweth sparingly shall reap sparingly, and he which soweth bountifully shall reap also bountifully. So you should, if you're not bountifully teaching his word through the Spirit with faith, then pretty much everything you're doing these last days is not going to work out for you. Guys have put on so much of an act to where all these guys in the world, these guys in your camp, they can't see. They really can't see because they think that being accepted by the world, that's where the Spirit is. But it's the opposite of that, actually. Remember the Lord said you'll be hated. Hate, man. It's something that it's an extreme dislike for something. You're going to be extremely disliked like the Lord was. They hated the Lord. Guys don't get that. When you're double honored in this world, you're not hated, bro. You got to understand that. So guys have double honored men in this world, and they're not even honoring Yahushua in his words. But with that, I just wanted to bring that out. Lord willing, I'll hit you brothers a little later. That term, when you reap what you sow, is really deeper than just the surface level. Because if you are sowing deceitful seeds and you're partially teaching this word, you're going to reap partial and deceitful shit in these last days. There's no and you know what's so heavy about it, because guys have reaped deceitfully, what the Lord has done, he raised men up to actually teach this thing in the Spirit, to actually show you like where guys are going wrong. And they're going to get a lot of guys destroyed. But death to the wicked, man. It's all about continuing to grow and doing this thing sincerely. Therefore, if you're sowing sincerely, you're going to get those sincere things that you need. These guys out there, as the Lord set us up to constantly warn you day and night, like Paul said, he said, I constantly warned you day and night with tears. That's what we're set up to do. So that's why you have to be real. If you're faking this thing, you're going to reap all the fake bullshit that's going to come in these days. But if you're real, you're going to reap those things that the Spirit has for you. The good things. You see? Hey, with that though, man. Hey, to be on to the next. Hey, Shalom.